Hey, what's up everybody? Danny Lightning back with another War Robots video. So it's Review Monday. Every Monday I'm going to try and do some sort of review type video on something. Today we're going to talk about the Taser Weapons. Sparks, Scourges, and Calamities. I've currently got 3 robots set up in my hangar with these weapons. We're going to go do some gameplay and I'm going to talk about these as we play and tell you exactly why these are awesome. They have a couple major advantages and they actually have a couple disadvantages as well, but to me, the advantages are worth the disadvantages. Alright, these have a 600 meter range, which is awesome. They do less damage at 600 meters. The closer you get, the more damage these weapons will do to your enemy, which is another cool thing about them. They're very annoying at long range and they're very deadly up close. Alright, so let's go do some gameplay with these. So one of the biggest advantage of these is there's fast moving robots all over the place these days. And as you all know, especially with as laggy as the game has been lately, it can be extremely hard to hit these fast moving robots like this little guy. This little guy moves so fast, he can be almost impossible to hit with certain weapons. But like these Scourges, Calamity, Sparks, or even Zeus, they all lock right onto your robots. They all lock right onto the enemies, and you can't miss. Unless that robot goes into stealth or gets behind cover or something, you can't miss your enemy. Watch this. Look. Well, he got behind something, unfortunately. The only real disadvantage is the lock-on. But, I mean, these do nice damage. There's people all over the place, so I'm out of here. Once you're locked onto somebody, these things are just amazing. Now, the only disadvantage is once you lose your lock-on, which I just did. I have no lock-on. It's going to take me probably like 3 seconds to lock on to an enemy. Now, for some people, that's a big problem. The only time I really have an issue with that is like if somebody goes into stealth, you're fighting a robot that goes into stealth, alright? When he comes out of stealth, you've lost your lock-on. So it's going to take an additional 2 or 3 seconds to lock onto that enemy after he comes out of stealth. And that part stinks, alright? It really stinks to lose your lock-on. It's horrible to lose your lock-on. I'm trying to stay inside his bubble and take him out. Alright, I'm telling you, these weapons are deadly. I just lost a lot of hit points, so I'm going to go ahead and use my healing module. And they have a really short reload time. I mean, it's only a 5-second reload on these things, which is awesome. I lost my arm. My arm fell off. That's not good. Alright, I would really appreciate to have my arm back, but I guess that's not going to happen. But the closer you get, the harder these hit the enemies. But I just love the fact that like when a Strider flies by at full speed, uses all of his dashes, that thing shoots across the screen so fast you can barely even see it. But these things will keep the lock on and just damage it. When these little phantoms are running all over the place, guess what? You got your lock on, you're always going to be able to hit them. Your only real disadvantage of these is the lock on time, and that really doesn't bother me. Some people hate it. I'm fine with it. I love Scourges and Sparks. I actually wish I had more of these because these are some of my favorite weapons in the game. I don't really like lockdown stuff. I really don't. Lockdown weapons are not my favorite, I will tell you that. I just don't like them. I don't like lockdown. I wish people would stop using them. But I love these things. I love Tyrans. I love Magnums. Not Magnums. I love Tyrans. I love Redeemers. I love Scourges, Sparks. I don't know. I like a lot of the energy weapons besides the lockdowns. Alright, let's bring in the next guy. We're going to bring in this Nemesis. I don't really play him anymore because his ability just doesn't do enough damage. I can't remember if I did a review on this guy or not, but if they ever do that buff to this guy they were talking about, this guy is going to be a bad mofo. They were talking about really boosting this guy's ability damage up big time, and he needs it. This would be an awesome robot if his ability did more. Right now his ability is super weak. and he's only got 2 medium weapons. If they would add like another light weapon onto this or boost his ability, I think that would be awesome. But as of right now, this guy is just kind of so-so. But yeah, I mean, these lockdown weapons are, lock-on weapons are really nice in my opinion. Oh, here comes a thing I don't want to deal with. I'm going to get behind cover until he lands. But yeah, I mean, these things are great. You can't miss. You really can't miss. That's the best thing about these. As long as your enemy's not under cover or something. Like that guy, he just went behind cover. Alright, let's try and get this guy as soon as he goes out of stealth. See, watch. Well, okay, for some reason that locked on right away, which doesn't normally happen. I'm not sure why it did that, but I'm not going to complain. I got someone shooting me over there. But yeah, as much as this guy can use his ability, I just lost one of my weapons. That stings. This guy would be great if he could do a little more damage, but I don't know. So far, the only weapons I like on this guy are the Scourges. I kind of wonder about the Hussars. If you had a set of Hussars on here, that might be pretty awesome as well. Since I'm low on health, I'm just going to try and come up here and take somebody out real quick. I'm about to die anyways. I've only got one weapon left. I'm very close to death. Alright, they got me. So let's go ahead and bring in my last robot with these, which is the Falcon. So after this guy dies, we'll pause it and then we'll come in for one more battle. Now this is a very low firepower. A single one of these is a very low damage. I mean, if you get 2 of these things, they pack a punch. One by itself doesn't feel that great, but this thing has such high hit points. I think this is an awesome weapon on here. Like, I've tried so many different weapons on this, and I always come back to this one right here because it can hit the little fast-moving robots so easily. Alright, those Titans hit hard. Rumor has it those Titans weapons will go right through your damage reduction. And I actually believe it because the Titans take out this guy right here, my Traditionalist Falcon. Those Titans hit him really, really hard. So I do believe they are possibly bypassing that damage reduction. I'm not sure, but that's the rumor. And it seems to be kind of true. I'm locked down, so that's not great. I'm going to go ahead and use my healing module. Like one-on-one versus a normal robot, the Falcon almost always wins. Oh man, check out that bouncing ball. There's another one. We got parts flying all over the place. I think I got more than one people shooting at me right now. More than one person, I guess I should say. I'm taking fire from all different directions. And I'm about to die, so I'm going to go ahead and pause this and then we'll come in for one more battle. Okay, so let's go in for one more battle. I almost always start off with my Phantom. I'm kind of thinking about putting that pilot skill on him, that after he catches a beacon, he gets a little more damage resistance for like 30 seconds or something. Normally, I don't like the beacon capturing skills like that, but on this guy, I think that might actually be worthwhile. I'm not really sure. One of these days, I might actually add that. Right now, I think I'm going to use my gold for some other stuff. But yeah, I really, really love these lock-on weapons. There's so many times these Phantoms come rushing at me, and most of my robots have a really hard time hitting them, except for my robots that have the Sparks and the Scourges or the Calamities, or even Zeus. Zeus can be a really cool weapon as well. Most people don't really seem to like lock-ons for some reason, but I think they're freaking awesome. Alright? I don't understand why so many people talk bad about weapons with lock-on. I mean, yeah, you gotta wait a couple seconds before it locks onto your enemy to do damage to them, but I'm telling you right now, they're awesome weapons. I should probably get out of here. Okay, that was not great. whole team is back there, so they're going to take me out. I think I'm going to bring in my Falcon right now. I think this is Falcon time. So, I need to wait till I can lock onto this guy. Let's go out after this Ares. So his shield should be breaking right about now. This should be a good test to see how this Calamity does. This is a level 10 Calamity. We are in Champions League. Since my I'm gonna do a test. Since my Lancelot is old economy, it's a lot cheaper to upgrade than the majority. Man, something's hitting me really hard. It's a lot cheaper to upgrade than the majority of the robots because he's old economy, so he's really cheap to upgrade. So I'm gonna get my Lancelot up to level 12 Mark II and see how he performs. I'm wondering how much better something is once it actually hits level 12 Mark II. Alright, I need to come over here and try and save this beacon because this guy's getting me. Someone's hitting really freaking hard, I'll tell you that. That's not good. Alright, let's go ahead and bring in... let me pause this. Alright, so that wasn't a good time to bring in my Nemesis because we needed to take our beacon back. So we got the beacon back now. Oh, that's pretty much all she wrote. But you guys get the idea. Alright, the Scourges, the Sparks, and the Calamities are very cool robots. I think they're definitely worth building. Everybody should have some of these. That's my opinion. Some people hate them because of the lock-on time, but if you think you can deal with the couple seconds it takes to lock on to your enemies, as you can see, it doesn't really seem to hinder me in any shape or way. I do just fine with these weapons. I think they're awesome. Some people just can't deal with the 2 or 3 second lock on. I'm not sure exactly how long it takes, to be honest, but it's something like 2 or 3 seconds. At least that's what it feels like. The only time I really notice that it sucks is when somebody's really close to you, they go into stealth, and then when they come out of the stealth, you often have to wait for it to lock onto them again. That's the only time I ever see it being a problem. But anyways, I think they are awesome weapons, and everybody should run some of these. In my opinion. Alright, I think that pretty much wraps this video up, so hope this helps, and I will catch you guys later. See ya.